I love B. Dylan Hollis so much. Oh my god. Because B. Dylan Hollis has also ruined many different words for me, like synonym and eggy. I've seen the potato candy video. Yes, I love that one. But this one, Bird Porton, this one goes out to you and me because guess what? Mojo's floof powder. Because guess what B. Dylan Hollis made? Hello? Oh, there we go.
From 1939. Yes, this is arguably the most infamous dish of the 20th century. At one point, it was on every menu from coast to coast. We start with 3 cups of stewed tomatoes. Then onion. What is the size of this onion? This thing's heavier than my self-doubt. 1 celery stalk. Slicey slice. And now for the most pointless herb, the bay leaf. I think of these like small men. You'd have a hard time telling whether it's in or not. A pinch of salt and sugar, plus a single clove. So what are you doing tonight? Into a pot. Fire! Cooking for 10 minutes. Meanwhile, we soak 2 tablespoons of gelatin in a half cup of water. Now we strain this to remove any trace of resin from the dish. And the gelatin. I don't like the look of this at all. To the fridge. What do you think we garnish this with? Did you guess mayo? Stop jiggling.
Oh, God.
Paprika. This is just a commendably daft idea. Tastes like somebody killed Italy. It's like geriatric ketchup. Tomato.
Tastes like somebody killed Italy.
Aspic from 19...
Oh my god. He's gotten some good ones. He's done some really good ones lately. For example, this nightmare.
A Pinto bean cake from 55. I don't even know what to say about this one. We start by draining 2 27-ounce cans of pinto beans.
Why?
So I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Now we put 1.5 cups of peanuts through a grind-o-mat. Where did the peanuts come from? What's a grind-o-mat? Are you all right? Put the beans in the grind-o-mat. This is not, how can I say, right? Oh no! Ay, señor. Quesadilla total en la cocina. 3/4 cup of honey. To this baby food-looking refried funeral? How did you come up with these ingredients? Did you just throw a grenade down aisle 6? 5 egg teeth. Now the chickens are implicated. What is that? Make sure to clean your grind-o-mat. I'm not concerned about your precious grind-o-mat. Lastly, we have 1/2 cup of melted butter and 2 teaspoons of floof powder. Yeah, good luck with that. Only thing this is going to rise up from is the dead. Catastrophe de bone in 45 minutes at 375. What? It's a cake. How?
What?
You have no right. Soft, dense, rich. No! This is phenomenal.
There's no way. There's no fucking way that turned out edible. What the shit? I love his faces when he's surprised about how good something is. I know. Wait. Okay. No, that reminds me.
Velveeta.
This concerns me. This alone concerns me. Jesus Christ.
Fudge from 1984. There are a lot of ways to make fudge, most of which aren't as problematic as this, but then again, who are we to fault the 80s? Start with a cup of butter in a heavy pan. I reckon this is a heavy pan. Heavy with the burden of whatever crime it is I'm going to commit. We melt that down with a half pound of Velveeta. Neither scientist nor scholar knows precisely what Velveeta is. It is the occult, the great unknown. Fire! Well, this is already critically disturbing. In goes 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. It's cheesy. Next up is 2 pounds of powdered sugar.
2 pounds.
Yes, I see. It's the whole bag. Now, I'm no mathematician, but I'm not sure how this whole bag's gonna fit in here, Mildred. Her name is Mildred. This is not gonna work. It's not. Oh, no way. Oh, it's alive. Ooh. Finally, you take off the heat and add in some nilla. Oh, it's like a tumor.
It's like a tumor. Ooh. How?
Oh, man. That's a good fudge.
Fucking how?
Fudge from 19...
Fucking how? Jesus Christ, I have so many questions that I don't know if I want answers to. Oh my lord. Whew. What else? Here we go.
An asparagus cake from 1980. You know,
This
I
is
don't make
just
these things up.
nightmarish.
They legitimately get printed in cookbooks for reasons I've yet to fathom. Our kitchen to yours. You can keep it. First, we need 2 cups of grated asparagus.
Why?
This is food for sheep and people who do yoga. Next is a cup and a half of vegetable oil, orange rind, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, vanilla asparagus. Really? 8 ounces of crushed pineapple and the juice. Sorry, pineapple, vanilla asparagus. My bad. 3 eggs. The dry ingredients are 3 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, pinch of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, cinnamon, and a cup and a half of chopped nuts. Mix terror guacamole.
Terror guacamole.
An hour and 350. Woo, so heavy. Powdered sugar, orange, moon juice. Woo.
Terror guacamole.
So it's a nice moist cake, but it's flavored like the underneath of a lawnmower. It's earthy. Not quite right. And
Okay, chat, I'll be real. If that recipe had used, say, I don't know, zucchini instead of asparagus, maybe I'd understand. But why asparagus, though? Just no. No. Isn't asparagus like the most expensive vegetable? I think it is. I think it is. Christ alive. Oh, here's one I definitely want to make.
magic cookie bars from 63. So
Yes!
this recipe is so dead simple that even Frank could do it. Hear that, Frank? Yeah, you're dumb as rocks. We start by placing a half cup of margarine or butter in a 13x9 pan. I'm using butter because I have standards. Do I? Pop this into a 350 degree oven just until it's melted. Oh boy! Then you just evenly dump in a cup and a half of graham cracker crumbs, a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, 2 cups of chalky chips, a cup of coconut flakes, and finally a cup of chopped nuts. Frank, what nuts do we use? We gonna use Brazil nuts. They don't get enough love, and I'm a lover of all nuts. Get in. Bake at 350 for about a half hour. Hello. You gotta let it cool.
God, that looks so good.
Oh yes, these will do just fine. I mean, look at them. For something that is just dumped in a pan, that is bloody genius and tastes brilliant. Magic cookie
I need
bar.
that. I need that on a shirt, by the way. I'm using butter because I have standards. Do I? Do I? Has he gotten a replacement clock? I don't believe so. I think the busted clock is still up there. I think the busted clock is still up there. God. Oh, I need to show you the Christmas crack recipe because Yami brought it up in chat, and that is absolutely something. There it is!
Christmas crack from the 70s. Now, if it weren't already obvious by the name, this recipe hails from the USA, where it is a Christmas staple. They do things differently around here. We start with a whole sleeve of saltine crackers. I'm guessing that's where the name comes from, which is disappointing. We line these up flat over some good foil. Now into a saucepan goes 1 cup of butter and 1 cup of brown sugar. Fire! We're boiling for 5 minutes. Bubble, bubble. Now we pour this over the crackers. With the saltine. Oh dear. Then 350 for 7 minutes. As soon as these come out of the oven, we top with a whole bag of chalky chips. Then spread. Ooh, I see what you're working with. Then you can top this with whatever you want. I'm gonna use walnut. To the fridge. Done. Hello. And now we crack the sheet. The name is making a lot more sense now. Ooh. My goodness. America, you've done it again. This is fantastic. Christmas crack from the 70s.
If you wanted to make that extra Christmassy, don't use nuts. Use, like, cracked or crushed up candy canes instead. Because yes. Because yes. There was another Christmas-themed recipe he did. Which one?
The Christmas...
Y'all need to see something here, because there's a lot of alcohol involved in this recipe. Holy Jesus.
fruitcake from 1900. So I've never made a fruitcake, but if you're anything like me, you are one. Start with 1.5 cups of butter and 3 cups of brown sugar, half cup of treacle, and 6 eggs. How big is this cake? 4.5 cups of flour, nutmeg, cloves, allspice, cinnamon, plus 1.5 teaspoons of fruit powder. Get in. I present to you the fruit.
Oh,
the
here we
mix
go.
Is 8 ounces each of candied orange peel, pineapple, cherries, dried figs, currants,
Wait for it.
raisins, all soaked in an obscene amount of brandy. Look
Yep.
away, kids. Ooh, that hurts.
That's literally just a big ass bottle of Hennessy.
3 cups of walnuts. This is ridiculous. A lot of fruit, brandy, and nuts. Sounds like a good weekend. 300 for 2 hours. Done.
Jesus.
Now time for a cheesecloth and more brandy. Well, there goes that. And now we just wait. Ooh. I feel like I'm exhuming a body. Hello. Well, it's very moist and very potent. Don't feed too much to Grandpa. He won't make it down the stairs. Love it or hate it, it's the taste of Christmas. And that's quite fine by me.
Don't feed too much to Grandpa. He won't make it down the stairs. I made the comment after watching this video. I made the comment of, don't expose this to an open flame. You're gonna catch fire to your entire goddamn house. Holy shit. I've never had fruitcake. I've never had fruitcake with that much liquor in it. Holy crap. That is absolutely insane. Where's another recipe that's absolutely off the walls and you wouldn't think works? Oh, this one!
A chocolate beet cake from '66. Now look, I'm no stranger to cakes with bizarre ingredients, but I think the use of pickled beets is the most unorthodox. We start by blending our 15-ounce can of
pickled beets.
Juice and all,
Ugh.
honey. There seems to have been a murder. Now into a bowl goes a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, 1.5 cups of sugar, bit of vanilla, 3 egg yolks. Whisk vigorously. In go the beets. Oh, it's pink. For the dry ingredients, we need 2 cups of flour, 1/3 cup of cocoa, pinch of salt, and a teaspoon of baking soda. But there's no acid. Oh, the beets! They might be onto something. Get it. Oh, it's like velvet. About 50 minutes at 375. Woo. For the ganache, we need a 1/2 cup of cream and 4 ounces of chocolate over very low heat. Fire! Just until the chocolate melts and everything is smooth. Oh my. Son of a... It's fantastic. Beets? What's next? A chocolate beet cake.
Baking soda. Yeah, no, I was confused too, and then Dylan actually clarified something for me. Because, like, listen.
Flour, 1/3 cup of cocoa, pinch of salt, and a teaspoon of baking soda. But there's no acid. Oh, the beets! They might be...
There's acid in the beets. That's what's gonna activate the baking soda. Yeah, technically the pickling liquid, yes, but like, wait, that works. That actually works. Wait. I find so many recipes that call for baking soda and have no acid and I get mad. Yeah. There's also, which one? Oh, here we go.
The Great Northern Nut Loaf from 49. Now, I'm not sure what makes this loaf northern. I just picked it because it has the most nuts I've ever seen. And I've seen my fair
Chat,
share.
get your nuts
Start
ready.
with nuts, which is unusual. In my experience, that normally comes last. We need 1 pound of mixed pecans and filberts. Filberts are hazelnut, and they are my second favorite nut. My favorite doesn't come from a plant. Flour the nuts with...
They are my second favorite nut. My favorite doesn't come from a plant. Dylan!
3/4 cup of flour. You know, I do prefer them defloured. A pinch of salt. Only a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. This is not going to rise, which is always embarrassing. Into a separate bowl goes 3/4 cup of brown sugar. 3 egg yolks. Beat with a whisk. Never tried that before. Sounds painful. Finally, a 1/2 pound of dried figs. You know, fruit and nuts do go hand in hand. I would know. I'm both. Combine the two. It's literally just nuts. 300 for 80 minutes. Done. Ooh. Whoa. It's a great taste, nice and moist, but very crunchy. If you hate nuts, I can see you spitting it out. Not me. The Great Northern Nut Loaf from 49.
Oh, Dylan. Oh, Dylan. That's a lot of nuts. That is a lot of nuts. Not me, Dylan! Oh no. Oh no. Who's... Chat.
A spaghetti-o Jello ring from the
Chat,
60s.
who's ready for Cursed?
Now, I've been unable to confirm whether or not this
Who's
recipe
ready
actually
for
existed in the
Cursed?
60s, not that I particularly want to, but seemingly everybody and their dog has sent me this. Into a saucepan goes a quarter cup of tomato soup, quarter cup of water, now 2 packs of gelatin. Wonder what demon will summon today. Fire! Now this is completely smooth. We remove from heat and add 2 cans of SpaghettiOs. Is life insurance expensive? Into a bunt.
Oh.
Good night. Ooh, did I mention there were sausages? 'Cause there are sausages.
What?
I don't want to do it. That is unnatural. It's like a morgue.
It's like a morgue. For the 1965, what were people on in the 60s? Actually, I think the better question would be, what weren't people on in the 60s? Christ. Ugh. Oh, good, I found one worse.
A jellied meatloaf from 1931.
Ugh.
We begin with a pound of ground beef. You don't want the sky beef, that would be scary. Fire! Who's mooing now? Strain it and let it cool. It's not dinner time until you add a pack of gelatin to some water. Onion and celery. Celery. You know what stings more than a knife, Mr. Onion? Rejection. Now 2 cups of chicken stock. Time to boil. Strain the stock into the gelatin. No veggies allowed. Thank you for your service. Now that this is thick, we add in the beef, pimentos, and then we mix. This is revolting. No. What a joy. To the fridge. Good morning.
Oh my god. Why?
Incorrect. It's a cat food recipe. Choke. A jellied meatloaf.
Cat food recipe. Ugh. Why? Who greenlit that? Who said that was okay? Who thought that was okay? Who thought that was okay? Oh God. All right. Any of my Italian followers, I apologize immediately.
A baked bean pizza from 1954. Now, I'm scared of lots of things, including the IRS, clowns, and English majors. But I'm most afraid of beans where they don't belong. Oh, dear. The sauce begins with a can of tomato paste, plus 8 ounces of spaghetti sauce. Really starting out on the wrong foot, more like the wrong limb. Add oregano for an authentic taste. I feel like I'm in Italy. For the crust, we squash together refrigerator biscuits. Sorry, what were you saying about authentic? On goes the sauce. A bit of Parmesan. Now 20 ounces of baked beans. What part of Italy are you from? Kentucky? In the center, some fresh mozzarella. How to get an entire country to hate you. Step 1. This. $4.25 for 10, then $3.25 for 20. No. We can serve this with anchovies or sardines. How about a swift death? Oh, what? What is wrong with you? You are sick! It's just vile. A baked...
Why? Why? I ask you, why? You know what? We need a palate cleanser. We need something good. This.
Ice cream bread from 78. Now, I think the best way to eat ice cream is to eat it straight from the tub. However, like the first time I got up close with a man, this recipe has me second guessing. This recipe comes from a cookbook called Cookbook. They were very bright. We're gonna need 2 cups of full-fat ice cream. None of that healthy stuff. What are you trying to do, live longer? Now, before we dive in, we need to wait for this to get soft, which is the opposite of what we're used to, depending on what you're diving into.
Dylan!
Next, we beat in a cup and a half of flour, plus 1.5 teaspoons of floof powder. Well, this is unorthodox. And then into a greased loaf pan. Is that it? I'm not gonna tell you, oh, there's no way this is gonna work, because it makes sense, doesn't it? Ice cream has your sugar, your flavor, your fat, your dairy, everything. I've just never thought to come up with it. Now it says we can add sprinkles for the children. Screw that. This is for me. What do you take me for? Grown? Look it! Bake at 350 for about 45 minutes. Just check yours with a toothpick. Ooh, ooh.
I want to make this.
Oh man, Frank. Perfectly sweet and soft and marvelous. Ooh. Ice cream bread.
I want to make
from
that.
78. Now I think the best way
Oh my god. I want to make that. Dylan, horny on cooking main. Oh god. All right. Okay. As an Asian, this is an insult to rice.
Glorified rice from 1909.
I can't.
We start by cooking a cup
I can't
of rice.
with this.
Fire!
I can't
Are you
with
ready
this.
for glory? Cool down the rice gently. Opposed to what? What am I going to use? A leaf blower? Now for 8 ounces of pineapple and 8 ounces of candied cherries. There's rice. We quarter the cherries in half. Quarter the cherries?
Quarter?
You're going to make me stroke out. Precisely what realm?
Quarter the cherries in half. What does that even mean? Wait, I'm gonna have a fucking stroke. What does that even mean? Quarter the cherries in half. I don't understand. I don't fucking understand.
What mathematics do you inhabit? Finally, we need a cup of heavy cream. I don't like where this is going. And a half cup of powdered sugar. Then we gently whip this stiff. Again with the gently. How do you gently whip cream, you tart? It's like saying gently have a car accident.
Gently
then you
have a
just
car
fold
accident.
everything together. Get it? Oh, not the rice. What is this? To the fridge. Now I'm told that this stuff is still brought to potlucks in the Midwest. Oh, dear.
Why? This is why I don't trust the Midwest.
I find that remarkably uncomfortable. People still bring this to functions for consumption. That would give me consumption. Glorified.
This is why I don't trust the Midwest. If anyone is from the Midwest, I'm sorry, but why? Why? Who thought that was okay? Who thought that was okay? Excuse me? Who the fuck thought that was okay? Because I sure as hell didn't greenlight that. Jesus Christ. Huh.
Peanut butter bread from the Great Depression. Now, the Depression was rough, and while some people like it that way, the world of baking didn't. Butter, sugar, and eggs were scarce, but there was shelf-stable peanut butter. Start with 2 cups of flour, a pinch of salt, only a quarter cup of sugar, and 4 teaspoons of baking powder.
I'm sorry?
We want the bread to rise, not generate thrust. On this episode of Bread Goes to Space. Mix. In goes 1 1/3 cup of moo juice. That's milk. Now the half cup of peanut butter. You know, Peter Pan came out in 1928. Brave king. I waited until 2019. Old. I don't know about this. There's not much to it. Meow. Bake at 325 for about 1 hour and 10 minutes. Well, it smells divine. That's a good crumb.
That actually looks really fucking good.
Man. This is stellar. It's perfectly peanut buttery and sweet. So good with so little. This is why I bake. Peanut butter bread from the Great Depression.
That's another one I want to try. Chat, honestly, that's another one I want to try. Holy shit. That's another one I really, really want to try. Oh my god. Alright. Alright. I could literally watch Dylan all day. I think we'll do one more. And I think... Yes, because this looks really fucking delicious.
Apple cider cookies from 1973. Yes, we humans have been baking with apples since the first time somebody baked with an apple. And today we're going to be continuing that tradition. Start with 3/4 of a cup of butter. That's a lot of butter, Miss Pillsbury. 1 cup of brown sugar. Half cup of sugar. Full disclosure, I picked this recipe because it looked good. I don't always like to destroy my taste buds, you know. Butter go 1 egg. Now for 2 cups of flour, pinch of salt, teaspoon of floof soda, that's baking soda, and apple pie spice. What's apple pie spice? Let me tell you. Half teaspoon of nutmeg, allspice, ground ginger, ground cardamom, and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Oh dear, it's gonna be a little cinnamon heavy. Now we finally chop an apple of our choosing. I chose this one. To die. 1/4 cup of apple cider. Get in! It's not November yet, so we're cleared for some optional nuts. Mix. Chill time! Boop. 350 for about 17 minutes. Hello, little one. It's time for icing. 3 tablespoons of melted butter. 1/3 of a cup of cider. Then we add powdered sugar until it's thick.
God, that looks so tasty. Holy shit.
Oh yes, you will love these. They are the taste of the season. Apple cider cookies from 1973. Yes, we humans have been baking with apples since the first time.
Sorry. I'm definitely eating a donut right now. Oh, I think I just dropped a crumb on my shirt. Whoops. Pardon me. All right. Let's see here. All right. Chat, I'm going to take a very quick break because I need something to drink, and I also need to stretch my legs real fast. All right? Y'all stretch and hydrate as well. I'll be right back. I'm going to continue hanging out and vibing. All right? BRB.